Quick question. What do you look like? Not a photo. I mean your actual face. The one on the front of your head. When did you last see it? This morning, probably. Maybe 40 seconds ago. For almost the entire history of human beings, the answer was never. Not rarely. Not badly. Never. And not because nobody wanted to look. Because the technology to look was so valuable that people were killed over it. And it only became ordinary about 190 years ago. You are already solving this. Water? Puddles? A bowl? Fine. Try it. It has to be perfectly still, or your face arrives as a dropped painting. It has to be dark, or the bottom scatters you. It has to be shaded, or the surface becomes a mirror pointed at the sky instead of at you. And you have to lean over it without breathing on it. Congratulations. You now have a dim, rippling impression of a face at roughly the quality of a reflection in a switched-off television. That was the best available option for most people for most of human history. People did better than puddles. Not much better. Polished obsidian in Anatolia around 6000 BC. Copper in Mesopotamia. Bronze more or less everywhere after that. Handheld, about the size of your palm, and tarnishing constantly. A bronze mirror stops working within days unless somebody repolishes it. A mirror was not something you owned. It was something you maintained. Rome had glass, badly. Someone tried backing it with molten lead, which reflects you as a person who is melting, which raises a question I have been avoiding. If mirrors were that bad for that long, how did anyone know what anyone looked like? Mostly, they did not. They knew what other people looked like. Their own face was a rumor. You knew yourself by report, by what people told you, by a moment in dark water, in bad light, at arm's length. Your appearance was public information that you personally did not have access to. And then Venice. From the 13th century, glassmakers on the Venetian island of Murano learned to back glass with a tin and mercury amalgam, the first mirror in history that showed a person their face instead of a suggestion of it. Bright, sharp, correct. Venice understood exactly what it was holding. Revealing the technique was punishable by death. Glassmakers were confined to the island, and if one left, his family could be held until he came back. In 1547, two of them tried to set up in Germany and were murdered over a mirror. Meanwhile, the men making them were being slowly poisoned. Mercury vapor does not stay in the workshop. Tremors, memory loss, personality changes severe enough that the trade became known for it. Venice's monopoly on letting people see themselves ran on people losing their minds, and it sold. A French countess traded an entire wheat farm for one Venetian mirror and considered it a good deal. A mirror was not furniture, it was real estate. Then, in 1835, a German chemist called Justus von Liebig worked out how to lay a thin coat of metallic silver onto clear glass. Cheap, repeatable, any size you like. Within a generation, the mirror stopped being a treasure and became a thing on the wall of an ordinary room. And a species that had spent 200,000 years not knowing what it looked like abruptly found out. You have looked at your own face more times this week than most human beings who ever lived managed in a lifetime. The technology that allows it is younger than the steam locomotive. People were killed to protect it. Men lost their minds making it. A woman traded a farm for one, and this morning you used it to check your teeth. See you next time.